Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the biggest scam, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what point to guard. Big numbers, big numbers.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go, set, 90, wolf.
Right there. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our field.
Yeah, now.
Sony Michel, his first carry.
He's coming.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Sam off. Hey.
On the ground, this is Michel. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Grant. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Quincy Wilson with the INT. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. He'll drop to throw, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Drew Sample, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Patriots 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
at their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They begin with Michelle on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Michelle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Hey, high 7.
9. All day, dog. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. I got one.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Grant. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Go.
Keep going, boys. Moving.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike, check. 59.
Now.
To throw on 3rd down. Grant, he'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line.
Come on, let's go. 6 guys. Check.
Look at me. Zipper.
1st and 10
Hey,
at the
echo.
29-yard line.
Sleep grip.
Throwing on 1st down. Grant looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
1st down, Bengals.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Check, nickel. Slam.
Get it.
Now Joe Mixon. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patriots nothing.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now Michelle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
He's going to wind up, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Top ball!
We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check 43.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Let's go now. 30 base.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Set. X3. 218. Chopper.
Mixon with a first down carry. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Get ready.
On the ball.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Let's go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Just like that.
Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Got it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 2nd and 11. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And out across midfield down to the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Mike, 50 seconds. Let's go. 50 seconds.
Ready?
From the gun, Grant. That's going to be caught by Richardson. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Yo, Jackrabbit, come on. Now. Shoot.
They'll run it with Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here, baby. Yo,
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and
10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Move. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Yep.
Motion, 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 motion.
Bravo.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Hey. Hey, zoom.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Nice, sweetheart. No, check that. We're on mic 52 right here.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Grant. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets this one to Boyd. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bengals 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, Alpha.
Mike 20.
Back to throw here. This one hauled in by Sample. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Go. 60 outlaw.
Let him know. Switch.
Let's go. Get hit.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll run with Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready? 60 or. 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And this time not quite. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offense. Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Move. We got 4.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is
about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
the Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Go.
But able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a... And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
57 to Mike.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't punted before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? Something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixon. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Yep. Go. Hey, exit.
Right there. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Let's go.
From the gun, Grant. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, Grant, quick hitch, complete. It's Webb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Bengals' 26-yard line.
Go.
Here we go on 2nd and 20. And at falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Watch 85. Two times, two times.
Smooth.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Hey.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 57. Mike 57.
Hey. High 7.
57.
On third down, Grant. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Paul Richardson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. And this is the of it, make that throw.
This is taken at the 3. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
The Patriots take over first and 10.